What's up, boys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be comparing the Golden Dragon to the Ender Dragon. I'm going to be seeing if Golden Dragon is actually worth getting over the Ender Dragon, and we're going to be comparing both pets in different circumstances to see which is actually better than the other. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first thing I think I'm going to be testing this on is Void Gloom Slayer. Now, if you guys didn't know, the Ender Dragon actually gives plus 200% more damage to end mobs. So this is gonna give it a pretty good advantage over the Golden Dragon, which has no such buffs. So with a somewhat decent M-split katana, I'm dealing about 2 million damage each hit. And then if I equip a G-Drag, I am now dealing 1.6, 1.7 mil a hit, which is a 300,000 damage difference, which is quite substantial. Now, if I turn on ability chat, when I hit a Voidling Fanatic with my Hyperion, I deal 2.4 million damage each hit. Now, with my Ender Dragon pet equipped, I deal 2.9 million damage each hit, which is a 500k increase from the Golden Dragon. So it's very, very clear that the Ender Dragon is much better in end circumstances. Next up, I'm going to show you some gameplay clips from a Void Gloom boss with the Ender Dragon and with the Golden Dragon. So from playing those bosses, the main thing I noticed was that my health went down a bit more, which is due to the Ender Dragon's perk, which increases most stats by 10%, which includes health and defense. So I had less of that with the Golden Dragon, as it gives none of those stats. Secondly, my damage was a bit lower, which you already know from the tests I ran earlier. So my final result is that Ender Dragon is much better than Golden Dragon if you're doing things end related. But now let's shift our gaze to dungeons, where the Golden Dragon is mainly used. In this test, I'm going to be blood rushing in M7, and I'm going to be comparing the gameplay. Two things I want to note right off the bat, though, is that my Ender Dragon has a Crochet Tiger plushie, while my Golden Dragon has a shell mitt on it. So first we're going to start off with the Ender Dragon. So I'm going to show you my EHP with the Ender Dragon, as well as my combat stats. Now I understand that these aren't the best, but we can deal with it. It's a bit of a long blood rush, but it'll do. Okay, and now you're gonna be stuck in a stair. Really? Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, so that's the blood rush done. I think I'll just do a quick blood camp to end off the run, just because. Ooh, Diamante, maybe I'll get a handle. Oh, and it's Scarf. Okay, so that's the blood rush done. I'm not even gonna bother going into boss, because we all know what's gonna happen. So yeah, that concludes the run with the E-Drag. Okay, so now we are going to do a run with the Golden Dragon. So my EHP with this is much less than with the Ender Dragon. And here are my combat stats. Off the bat, I can already notice an increase in damage. Oh. Oh my god. Okay, so that's the blood rush. Now let's blood camp. So my damage is definitely a lot better than last time. That's the main thing I'm kind of seeing. My EHP is a lot lower, but my damage is a lot higher. Okay, so that is the blood rush done. So my final conclusion is that G-Drag gives more damage, but a lot less HP, and the E-Drag gives more HP, but less damage. So I'd say that G-Drag is slightly better than Ender Dragon for dungeons. So the next thing I want to take a look at is the damage that these two pets deal outside of dungeons. So I've got my armor on, and we're going to be testing an AOTS against some zombies, and we're going to be comparing the damage. So with the Ender Dragon equipped, we are dealing roughly 900... Yeah, I'd say about 900,000 damage. And with the Golden Dragon equipped, we are now dealing 1 million... Yeah, around 1.1 million. So all in all, Golden Dragon deals 200,000 damage more than Ender Dragon with this setup. Last thing I want to go over is Magic Find. With a set of pretty decent Sorrow armor on, I have about 141 Magic Find and 73 Pet Luck. When I equip the Ender Dragon, that goes up to 155 Magic Find and 80 Pet Luck. However, when I equip the Golden Dragon, our Pet Luck decreases, but our Magic Find increases to 166. Now there are things to scale this. My Tailless Axe isn't that good, but when I hold it, I now have 191 Magic Find, and when I switch to Ender Dragon, I have 155. So, conclusion for this test is G-Drag is better for Magic Find. So lastly, I'm going to compare prices, and I will give an overall decision of whether or not I think that Golden Dragon is worth buying. So the lowest legendary, non-tier boosted, no pet candy Ender Dragon is about 590 million coins. Now this isn't any small amount, believe me, but it's much cheaper than the Golden Dragon. And the lowest level 200 Golden Dragon is coming around at a whopping 1.35 billion coins. Now that's basically double, more than double actually, the amount for an Ender Dragon. But no, it doesn't stop there. The Golden Dragon's legendary treasure perk caps at 1 billion coins, and you need that perk to be at that point to actually be dealing good damage. So on top of that, add another 1 billion coins on, so now we're at 2.3 billion coins, and finally, you need a high gold collection because of Shining Scales. So, my conclusion is that Golden Dragon is not worth the extra 2.3 bill because, and hear me out, now believe me, I understand that Golden Dragon does deal quite a bit more damage in dungeons than the Ender Dragon, but you're sacrificing so much EHP that you have to play more carefully, which could result in a slower clear. And I really don't think that extra maybe 5% damage is worth 2.3 billion coins. So, obviously that's my opinion. You guys can have your own opinions. Spend money the way you want. But yeah, that's what I think. So, thank you for watching if you made it this far. Please leave a like and consider subscribing if you found this video helpful. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.